with strep-like symptoms, and the doctor, in fact, orders an actual strep swab this time. The results indicate that Pete tested positive for strep, so he, in fact, needs to be treated with antibiotics because strep is a bacteria, so antibiotics would be appropriate for his treatment. Just like this says, since Pete tested positive for strep, does this mean antibiotic use is indicated? Absolutely. Antibiotics are completely appropriate when a known bacterial infection is present. Proper use. Antibiotics are an amazing thing when used properly. However, our overuse and misuse of the drugs are causing major problems for us. The issue lies in many strains of bacteria are becoming mutated and becoming resistant against the treatment of choice. An example of this is MRSA, or MRSA. I've heard it pronounced both ways. I'm just going to call it MRSA. What that is multi-resistant staph. I don't know how to say the fancy one. Staphylococcus aureus or something like that. I can't really say that. Probably slaughtered that word. Anyways, MRSA. MRSA is something that is resistant to multiple antibiotics. They just don't work. MRSA is kind of like the nerd, if you will, of bacteria. It's the smartest of the smart. It can say, hey, you're coming at me, penicillin? No, thank you. I can fight you off and I will beat you. And that's not good for our bodies. You know, we've got to help find a way to prevent this from happening. So, let's pretend our hands are bacteria. I know it's very far-fetched, but bear with me. So, we're repeatedly sticking our hands in bleach, washing them, washing them. We got smart. We said, you know what? This is horrible for our hands. It's kind of like killing us in a way. Not really, but we'll pretend. So, we put on gloves. We got protective shield there. And now, we can do all we want in that bleach. And it's not going to phase us because we have a protective shield. The bacteria are doing the same thing. They're mutating, they're changing. So the penicillin and the Cipro are not effective anymore because the bacteria got smart, just like we did. They're adapting, they're living things, you know. All they want to do is eat, sleep, and reproduce and grow their population, just like humans. And they just want to survive. And so we've got to stop using so much antibiotics when we're just using them for anything and everything. It's just not okay. The Center for Disease Control is on board with fighting against misuse of antibiotics. They have developed a Get Smart program. The program focuses on common illnesses being treated with antibiotics. This site is amazing. You can go to www.cdc.gov. I have the link in my references at the end of the presentation. It's a really great resource that kind of gives you tons of information about this, you know, stuff that I haven't mentioned, stuff I have mentioned. This next one's going to be a chart. I'm just going to slide through. It's just talking about how I'm going to put this chart in. Here we go. We have lots of germs and a few are drug resistant, okay? So you got pink ones, big jelly bean ones, little ones. Antibiotics kill bacteria causing illness as well as good bacteria protecting the body from infection. So we have bacteria all over our body. Some of the bacteria actually helps promote good flora in the mouth and stuff like that. The drug-resistant bacteria are not allowed to grow and take over. And then some bacteria said, hey, you want this shield I got? It's pretty good. Those humans can't kill us with their penicillin. You want some? And they give it to the other bacteria. So then we have tons of resistant bacteria that our penicillin and other antibiotics cannot kill. I just say penicillin a million times because I think that's something you guys are very related to and stuff. Conclusion, we must get involved in our community and help put a stop to overuse and misuse of antibiotics. This affects our loved ones in our community, and I want you guys to be the difference and you guys to make a change in our little small town of Starkville and in the community. Go back to the church, tell other people. If your grandma's being put on antibiotics, be sure she in fact has a bacterial infection going on. If your child, if you personally are being put on an antibiotic, ask why, ask these questions because you deserve to know the answer. You need to be a part of the change. You need to take action and say no to antibiotics when they are not indicated. Don't get me wrong, antibiotics are great. If I have strep, you better give me the penicillin. Well, not really, because I'm allergic to it. But you better give me something that's going to work good for me, okay? But seriously, this is a big issue that we have. It's been going on for a while now, and I just really hope that I educated you guys on it, and you guys can leave today just knowing a little bit more about antibiotic resistance, what exactly it is, etc., etc. And this last one is just my references. You can go to the CDC, get SMART site, and it will give you all kind of information that you need. Thank you guys so much.